Hello, YouTube. Well, we are out of the deep freeze here in southwest Wisconsin. It's above 40 degrees here today. It's really nice and we're enjoying it very much. And I've got several days this week that I can work on my WD45, so I'm very happy about that. I've been messing around with it a little bit. I got the starter on. I took the starter off of this tractor and the starter off my parts tractor, took them both apart and used the best parts. And I think I put together a starter that looks like it's in pretty good shape out of all the parts I had. I painted it black, and this starter button itself, I had a little bit of silver paint left over from the wheels, so I painted that silver just because I thought it would be a nice contrast, and I kind of like it. So I got that done. But mainly what I'm doing here today is the power steering system. This afternoon I'm going to take my torque generator and take it apart, clean it up, put seals and O-rings in it. But this morning I'm working on mounting my BMW power steering pump. In case you've missed some of my previous videos, the original power steering pump on this was bad, so I could not bring myself to buy a $400 replacement, so I started looking for an automotive pump that I can mount on this thing. What I did, I just went to eBay and searched power steering pump remote reservoir and started scrolling through, and I picked this one. This is for a 2005 BMW 325i, I believe. I picked this one because it's the mounting is pretty straightforward on it, and it's got this hub on it that looked to me like it would be pretty easy to put to bolt a V-belt pulley onto, and it was 45 bucks. That was also another factor. For my belt pulley, I robbed this off of an old lawnmower deck that was in my scrap pile. It was the one just like this. I also robbed this one in case I messed up the first one. But yeah, what I did, I took my hand grinder and ground this weld off, removed the hub, and that left me with a hole here that was just a smidge too small to go over this hub here. So I put my carbide cutter on my drill, reamed it out a little bit until it just fit on there snugly, and slipped it right over there. Went behind it and marked the bolt holes. And I've got a belt pulley that looks like it's going to work. Now this is the mounting bracket for the power steering pump on this tractor. These actually, I've got spacers in here right now to kind of space it out. This actually bolts over the water pump, but I didn't put the water pump on here because it's easy to mount this way. And it was the old pump mounts with 4 bolts there, and I cut this off because this one only uses 3. And I was able to use this hole. These two I had to slot a little bit with my carbide cutter. So I've got that on there. Now I need to determine. I know I have to space this back a ways to get everything lined up. I can line it up here with this tightening pulley. So it looks to me like I need to space that back about the space of 2 1/2-inch nuts. So I'm going to stick a couple of 1/2-inch nuts behind the bolts here, bolt this up, and we'll see where we're at. I've got the pump bolted on, and by the way, these are 8mm bolts. And I've got a couple of 1/2-inch nuts back there for spacers. And I've got 2 issues. The first issue is the head of these bolts interfere with the hub by about maybe a 1/16 of an inch. And that's all right because putting the pulley there, it looks to my highly trained eyeball like we need to bring this out a little bit anyway to line it up. So we'll figure something else out. Okay, I've got the pump mounted to the bracket and the pulley bolted onto the pump. This time I used 2 3/8 nuts and 2 8mm washers for spacers. And according to my highly trained eyeball, I think we're lined up pretty darn good. V-belts are pretty forgiving anyway, but I think we're lined up pretty good. So there, we're bolted up. This is where the high pressure line goes out, and I did pick up a new high pressure line for BMW, the one that goes with this pump. So I'm pretty sure I can use part of that. This goes to the reservoir. This is where the low pressure line, where the fluid comes back in. I think I can just use kind of it's a 3/4 inch inside diameter. I think I can just get some hose and make kind of an S-shaped thing here. I'm not a bit worried about plumbing this up. That's going to be really straightforward. So yeah, there we are. As a disclaimer, I will just say this is not what I'm suggesting that you do. This is I'm just showing you what I did. I'll let you know in a few weeks whether it actually works or not.